Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Unfiltered commentary. Not your truth, the real truth. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Hi, folks. Welcome back. From Fox News, AOC, the squad, silent on Winsome Sears' historic election victory. Squad members celebrated the historic wins of other women on Tuesday. Well, that's not true. This is official squad comment concerning Miss Sears. Right now, it's a weird mix for me. I am really, really PO'd at these scumbags, and I'm also delighted at the same time. Let's read on. Members of the squad did not respond when asked to comment on the historic Virginia governor election of Winsome Sears, who would be the first woman lieutenant governor, the first black woman elected statewide, and the first naturalized citizen to hold the position. Yeah, she's originally from Jamaica. Her father got it when she was 6. Now, I'm going to leave a link to the actual article itself in the description in Fox. And leave the whole speech because I had to cut it way back. I didn't want to get a copyright strike, plus it was kind of long. But you get to hear all of it. And I had to cut out a lot of the good stuff because there was so much good stuff. Fox reached out to the press secretaries of the squad, as well as Elon Omar's chief of staff requesting comment. None of the spokespeople responded to the request by close of business Wednesday, except for this. You know why? This is the part where I'm going to be PO'd. I'm going to be a little happier in the end when I comment on the acceptance speech by Miss Sears. This is why I'm PO'd. The progressive Democrats are the racists. They think Miss Sears is a woman, check. A woman of color, check. An immigrant, naturalized citizen, check. Oh, forgot one. You don't think like us. Why? Because these morons think that all non-white people think the same. And that, by definition, is racism. By definition. These people are scumbags. You know, if it was just about power and control, that'd be bad enough. But these freaking morons, they believe this crap. They are the true racists. I'm telling you that you are looking at is the American dream, Sears, a Republican said Wednesday morning during her victory speech. The part that gets me more than anything is how the hell did almost 49% of the people in Virginia vote against this woman? You should check out her history. My God, she's incredibly qualified. That's not even counting from the fact she's not even first generation. And she used the bugaboo term in her speech. The education of black people to bring them up from poverty. To live the American dream and wait for it, she said, have generational wealth. That's what this is all about. Oh, unbelievable. Too bad, progressive Democrats. That's the whole idea. You build up your family. You build up the next 2 or 3 generations. That's the whole point, you idiots. Her 2021 run for lieutenant governor marked her first return to politics after the term in the House of Delegates. In case you haven't noticed, I'm black, and I've been black all my life. And that's not what this is about. Good for you. Both her and her husband are in the Marine Corps, by the way. You should see the boards and stuff and the resume she has. Holy crow. What we're doing now is to be about the business of the Commonwealth, to fully fund historically black colleges. Now, a little side note, maybe a little deflection. Every single year, the major historically black colleges in the United States had to come to the president and members of Congress with their hat in their hand and beg for money so these political morons could get a photo op. President Trump said, you know what? That's demeaning. That's ridiculous. And he put into the spending bill money for the historically black colleges, but over a multi-year period. So they don't have to come like beggars and beg for money so these morons get photo ops. And who was the worst offender? Barack Obama. Good for you, President Trump. I'm just going to breeze through this. And you're going to see a little video on the end of her speech, and I'm going to comment a little. Fox News examined the Twitter feeds belonging to the squad members and found no tweets concerning Sears' historic win, despite her history of supporting other women and women of color running for office. This is what Tlaib put. Another real piece of crap she is. My grandfather used to say, I didn't know he could pile crap that high without it falling over. Presley's Twitter account also celebrated the Boston mayoral election of Michelle Wu. Well, good for her. First woman of color to be elected in the major city. Look, it's just amazing to me. I'll breeze through this, but this is what Miss Sears said. We stand here this morning at the defining moment that yes started with two people on a walk. And a defining moment that is now millions of Virginians walking together. Walking together, sharing dreams and hope, just like the ones that have always been planted in our own heart. Now, I'm going to show some of Miss Spears' speech, or as they would say in the South, Miss Winsome. And it was a great speech. She's got a great voice, too, for speaking. She's a good public speaker. Very good public speaker. And I want to leave you one thing before we see that. I want these morons, the squad and the progressive Democrats, to think about one thing, you a-holes. This is a black woman, an immigrant, a naturalized citizen that is now going to have an office in Richmond, Virginia, one heartbeat away from being governor of Virginia, in the same city that was the capital of the Confederacy, you morons. And you said nothing. Shame on you. Okay, end of rant. So let's check out her speech, and I'll make a couple of comments. Now let's hear from the Lieutenant Governor-elect of the state of Virginia, Winsome Sears. And I'll leave a link in the description, like I said before, so you can hear the whole thing uninterrupted. Plus, there's more to it. I had to cut a lot of it out to make the video a decent length. So let's hear what she has to say.
Settle down. I am at a loss for words for the first time in my life.
Your husband in the background there, he's also in the Marine Corps when she was also a Marine. From Jamaica, brought here at 6 years old, entered into the Marine Corps as a volunteer before she was a citizen, ready to put her life on the line for this country, and she wasn't even a citizen yet. That's how much she loved the country. And these squad members and these progressive morons, not even the President of the United States could congratulate her. These people that they talk a good game, but they suck.
You know, I love you too. I am here. Yes. Marine Corps. Motivated, dedicated. So I'm here because of you. I'm here because you voted for me. I'm here because you put your trust in me. That's the only reason I'm here. Thank you. Thank you. What you are looking at is the American dream.
Now remember, she's an immigrant. Her father. She's not even first generation American. Her children are. And she loves this country. And they've heard to say nothing in congratulations from anybody in Congress, especially women and women that are non-white. It's a disgrace. And whoever brought these people up as parents ought to be ashamed of themselves. They have no manners, no class.
American dream. When my father came to this country, August 11th of 1963, he came at the height of the civil rights movement from Jamaica. He came, and I said to him, but it was such a bad time for us. Why did you come? And he said, because America was where the jobs and the opportunities were.
That's right. Her husband's shaking his head. If you heard some of the stories, how he gave up a good paying job so he could watch the kids. And she took one on a bicycle to go to college in a basket, a seat for a kid on a bike, so his wife could go to college after he went. This is what this is all about.
And he only came with $1.75. $1.75. I am not even first generation American. When I joined the Marine Corps, I was still a Jamaican. But this country had done so much for me, I was willing to die for this country.
Could you get any of that on the progressive side? She wasn't even a citizen yet. And these people don't even have the courtesy to call her and wish her congratulations. My God, my God. What have we come to?
There are some who want to divide us, and we must not let that happen. They would like us to believe we are back in 1963 when my father came. We can live where we want. We can eat where we want. We own the water fountains. We have had a black president elected not once but twice, and here I am, living proof. In case you haven't noticed, I am black, and I have been black all my life.
Good for you. Good for you. Shove it in their face. I know that's not what you meant, but you're trying to make a point.
Because education lifted my father out of poverty, education lifted me out of poverty. Education will lift us all out of poverty, because we must have marketable skills so that our children can not just survive, but they will thrive. And they will create generational wealth.
And there's the bugaboo. The progressives must have flipped out of their minds. Generational wealth for non-white people. That's their biggest fear. They're educated and in decent jobs. I'm not talking about senator or congressman. Even go to trade school, electricians, plumbers. My father worked at IBM for 35 years. An electrician makes more than he does. I remember my father made decent money. She's talking about generational wealth that you can pass down to your descendants so they can have a good start. And they're against that because they want government to do it. She said the magic buzzword. The great buzzword if you're a conservative, but the evil, evil buzzword if you're a progressive. Good for you.
That's what
Ms.
this
Sears.
is about. Just to say, as we were on the trail, hold on, Virginia. Help is on the way. The cavalry has arrived. Thank you.
And there we have it. There we have it. Now, that was cut back. It's over 8 minutes long. I'll leave the link in the description. Like I said, I'm mixed emotions. I'm outraged and PO'd, and I'm delighted at the same time. All their blah, blah, blah. They sound like the squad, and all those morons sound like the adults in Charlie Brown. Wah, 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 wah. They say nothing. They don't mean a word they say. Lifting women up. People of color. Well, here's one that clicks all the boxes. But the one box she didn't click was she thinks like us. She thinks like a progressive Democrat because they think, because they're racist, that all people of color think alike. And that, by definition, is racism. I applaud the people of Virginia for electing Youngkin and Ms. Sears. I'm still scratching my head to figure out how over 48% of the population that voted in the Commonwealth of Virginia could vote for McAuliffe and the other lieutenant governor candidate. I'd scratch my head at it, but you got to start somewhere. When you win the Super Bowl, they don't put on your ring, you only won by 1 point. They put that you won. So congratulations, Ms. Sears. I'll say this one more time because I think it's worth repeating. This woman is going to have an office as lieutenant governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia in the exact same city that was the capital of the Confederacy. If that doesn't turn your head and say how far we've come, then nothing will. And until next time, goodbye and good luck.